The next case file is Anastasia, the sole surviving Romanov. And before I begin to read the case material, the next case will be, if you all want to become familiar with it, is assassination at Manila Airport. Benigno Aquino, affectionately known as Ninoy, charismatic leader of political opposition in the Philippines, flew into Manila Airport at midday on 21 August 1983. Now this is the next the case file, not an assignment, case file we will be looking at. So continuing with the sole surviving of Romanov. During July 1918, anti-communist White Russian investigators moved to Ekaterinburg in the Ural Mountains and announced to the world that the imperial family had been massacred there by the Bolsheviks. As proof, they pointed to the bloodstained and bullet holes at scene of the crime and charred scraps of imperial clothing and scraps of imperial clothing and fragments of jewelry found in a mine shaft with just one mine shaft nearby. So this mine shaft obviously was dug out for this reason. One witness claimed to have seen the bodies, but none were ever found. Now this was happening during 1918. Now you got to understand the type of bullets used were different than these days bullets, and they leave a lot of shrapnel. And also this is something to do with whoever did this act. These Bolsheviks, they were like familiar with the Genghis Khan regime, and they like looked up to this Genghis Khan. Anyway, despite the startling lack of evidence, history has accepted the story of the massacre. So everyone said yes, the massacre is fine. History had said it's okay. Religion doesn't say it's okay. After all, none of the family was ever seen again, though scores of impostors have been unmasked. Impostors regard impostors saying they are Romanov, most probably because they're probably rich. Even Anna and this mine shaft nearby, obviously used probably to dig out diamonds, gold, coal to make them the money. Probably, I don't know. Even Anna Anderson, who claimed for over 60 years that she was Tsar's youngest daughter Anastasia, and that she had escaped the bullets and the bayonets and was able to prove her identity, though her court case was the longest this century. So if this lady is alive today, which I don't know, I've not read further of the case, she would be about, say, 100 years old. During 1971, the BBC journalists Anthony Summers, or over that, I don't know, Anthony Summers and Tom Mangold took a fresh look at the mystery. For 5 years they pursued tantalizing loose ends and subjected all the existing evidence to rigorous scientific analysis. Their investigations showed that much of the original evidence had been forged or planted and that vital documents were missing. Eventually the trail led to America, where they discovered the dossiers of first White Russian investigators which had been lost to view for over half a century. Tsar Nicholas II had ascended the throne during 1894. He was an uncomplicated, gentle and affectionate man, totally unprepared to rule an already disaffected Russia. Nicholas was easily swayed by his forceful and highly strung wife, the Tsarina Alexandra, and his rule was dogged by violent incidents made worse by the couple's obtuseness in public affairs. He acquired the nickname Nicholas the Bloody. Nicholas always found refuge in the heart of his family. After bearing 4 daughters, Alexandra produced the desired heir, but Tsarevich Alexia suffered from the painful disease hemophilia. Conventional medicine could not help, and the Tsarina turned to Rasputin, a disreputable Siberian holy man. Soon, this is Siberian holy man, they know Genghis Khan as well. Soon she managed to convince the Tsar that Rasputin's political advice was equally valuable. This association with the debauched drunkard brought the Romanovs to their lowest point in the esteem of their subjects. I will continue with this later. Thank you very much for listening.